Hello, welcome back to another Secrets of Strixhaven draft. And we got a resonating loot. I don't know if this card is good, but this card is a lot of fun. Basically, it doubles your lands, tap for 2 mana of any color, but only to cast instants or sorceries, and it's got the Library of Alexandria ability. I had this with Mathematics and Traumatic Critique, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing with that. I think I'm going to take it here. It's just a really sweet build around. We also have Orisa, Tide Choreographer, basically a Muldrifter, which is solid. Simone's Experiment, I think, is decent. Small Scrollsmith is fine. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I'm just going to take the loot. This card seems like if you draft a spell-heavy deck, it just gets supercharged by the loot. Alright, so now we got Comforting Counsel, which I feel like is just okay in Witherbloom, because you have to put in a lot of work to get this buff, and if you draw it late game, it's a horrible late game draw. It does nothing. Muse Seeker would go best with the loot. Basically, whenever I cast instant or sorcery, I loot, and then if it was 5 or more mana to spend to cast that spell, then I draw a card instead. It's pretty good. Monstrous Rage is fine. Dual Tactics is okay. I will say that Monstrous Rage probably doesn't go with loot. It's probably not going to be an aggro deck. It's going to be more spells heavy. I think I'm just going to take the Muse Seeker. I think I like it a little bit more than Seize the Spoils, Dual Tactics. It's a fine card. Ooh, Arc of Hunger. This one's pretty good too. Whenever one of our cards leave your graveyard, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and I gain a life, and I can tap to mill a card. I can play that card this turn. So definitely better in Lorehold. But it's a very powerful card. I might still take it. I could go Jeskai. I could play the Arc and the Loot. That's pretty reasonable. Or I could just, if Lorehold's open, I can just move into Lorehold. I also have Micah, which is solid in a spell-heavy deck. Although you need artifacts to copy them, so Seize the Spoils is pretty good with Micah. Johnny's Response is okay removal. But yeah, I'm just going to take the Arc. Just a very powerful card. What's going on here? Arc of Hunger picks 3 and 4? I feel like people are underrating this. I'm going to take the second Arc, and you know, it's not legendary. Gets better in multiples. Now whenever a card leaves your graveyard, do 2 damage to them, gain 2 life. I think Colossus also is really good. 6 mana, 6/6. When it enters, it does 3 to each opponent, and I gain 3 life. So it's like Siege Rhino, and when it dies, discard any number of cards and draw that many +1. So it's like it draws a card when it dies, but even better because you get to pitch a bunch of cards and draw that many +1. So, but I'm gonna take the second Arc, and I don't know, try and do something spicy here. Okay, so now we have Sky Whale, but also Relic Sloth. I mean, Sky Whale is definitely better in the loot deck, but now that I have 2 Arcs of Hunger, I have to admit, I'm kind of giving Lorehold the edge here. So I'm kind of leaning towards the Relic Sloth. 4/4 Trample, Lifelink, and beginning of combat each turn, exile up, or on my turn, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard, so it triggers the Arcs. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel like a Lorehold deck might be better than a loot deck. I'm just going to take the Relic Sloth. Okay, so now we have a Johnny's Response and Artistic Process. Response, only good in Lorehold. I mean, I guess I could cast it off loot as well. This is good in both decks. I think I'm going to take the Process just because, like I said, I can cast it in either deck, the loot one or the Lorehold deck. Or maybe I find a way to stitch both decks together. So yeah, I'm happy with Artistic Process. It's pretty powerful. Expressive Iteration, that's a nice one. There's also Charging Strife Knight and Group Project. Wow, and Quick Study. Basically, almost every card in this pack is a card I'm excited about playing, except maybe Embrace the Paradox and Fractal Anomaly. Ooh, this is quite hard. It's not going to be Seize or Brush Off. It's between Strife Knight and Group Project for me, I think. Expressive is good, but the fact that it's 2 colors is a little more committing. I'm tempted just to take the Strife Knight just because it's only because it's red. I can play it in either deck, so I think I'll do that. But damn, that was a good pack. All right, so now we have a Fire Singer, which can cast Seething Song, but also Stone Docent, which can exile a card from my graveyard. Oh, this card gets exiled, but it gains 2 life. Okay, so I can exile it when it dies. I think I'm going to take it with the double Arc of Hunger. It's a nice way to make a card leave the graveyard. So we're kind of straddling the line here between Lorehold and some kind of spell-based loot deck. But at this point, I'm more inclined to go into Lorehold. Oh man, so we have a dual land, a blue-red dual, which could be nice. There's also a Muldrifter card, which is quite good. I'm not going to take Return the Favor, or I think the Glass Right. It's really close, honestly. I'm kind of inclined just to take the dual. I'm going to take the Muldrifter. I changed my mind. Maybe that's greedy. I feel like because it's uncommon, it's harder to pick up. Alright, I'll take a Seize the Spoils now, I think, over Dual Tactics. This card is best when you're beating down, which, I mean, it does have flashbacks, so it does trigger the arcs. That's decent. I think I still like Seize the Spoils more. Alright, so I could have Micah or Glassrite. I'll take Micah. I do have 2 artifacts with these arcs. Also uncommon. Alright, this card is a way to repeatedly exile things from graveyard. Lorehold. Alright. So we know that we're red. Don't know quite yet if we're going Lorehold or 3-color. This pack is not great. I might just take the Sky Coach because it fixes. So if I wanted to splash the loot, I could do so. Like, I don't think Joined Researchers is very good. It's basically just a 2-mana 2/2 first strike, which is okay, but I'm not excited about the prepared ability, making each player draw 3. There's also a Johnny's Response, which is pretty solid. But I'm inclined to take the Sky Coach here. Yep, it makes like splashing the loot or just going full Jeskai easier. So now we have Suspend Aggression, which is like a repulse. Also Unsubtle Mockery, which is just 4 damage, Surveil 1, very good. Also Cure All History buff. Whenever one or more cards of your graveyard becomes prepared, and its spell is to put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature, mill a card, and it gains trample. That's also very good. I'm tempted to take the Suspend Aggression, just because it's, I don't know, it's like a solid value card. It's like bounce their creature, or bounce their permanent, draw a card. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that. I think I like it more than the Mockery, just because it can hit any permanent. Like there was a match in an earlier draft where this being able to hit an enchantment was very relevant. So now we have Tome Blast, Artistic Process. This thing is decent. And the exile cards from my graveyard, but then it's a 4/3 Flying Vigilance. Also another Artistic Process. I might just want the Tome Blast just to have another cheap removal spell over a second Artistic Process. Plus it's got flashback, so it's good with the arcs. Yeah, I'm just gonna take I'm gonna take a Tome Blast here, just get some cheap interaction. Ooh, Hardened Academic. This card is really good. 2 mana, 2/1 Flying Haste. Discard a card. He gains lifelink till end of turn. And then whenever 1 or more cards leave my graveyard, I can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature I control. So definitely going to take that here over Divergent Equation, Mewseeker. I mean, those would be good, but it kind of looks like we're kind of just moving into red-white. At this point, it looks like it's going to be better than blue-red. I say that, but I mean, then we got like Campus Composer, Divergent Equation, Visionary's Dance, all good cards. There's also a Fields of Strife. Could just take the dual land. So I'll definitely always play this card. If I didn't take the dual, I think I'd want to take Divergent Equation. I do like that card. I think I'm just going to take the dual land, honestly. I kind of think it's more likely that I end up Lorehold than I do Prismari at this point. All right, primary research. This could be okay. So when it enters, it basically reanimates a non-land permanent with mana value 3 or less. And then at the beginning of my end step, if a card left my graveyard, I draw a card. So it triggers the arcs. I think it's solid. There's like Disdainful Stroke and Paint Mage and Quick Study, the only ones competing, but I like primary research here. And I think I'm just gonna cut the blue. Just go full lore hold. All right. That was a stress dream. They're making it hard for me. It's also dual tactics. I wouldn't take Fire Dancer. It's dual tactics versus stress dream here. I mean, I could still splash blue. Yeah, I took the stress dream. I don't know. That's really close. I'm not in love with dual tactics. Maybe that's wrong. I do like stress dream quite a bit. I do have the Sky Coach to help me splash. Ooh, Repel Calamity is a great one. It's a nice cheap removal spell. I do like Elite Interceptor too and Seize the Spoils, but definitely going to take the good removal spell here. Alright, I don't really love any of these cards. I don't think I'm going to play any of them. I guess I'll just cut the red card. Here, we'll move the blue cards over here. Wow, I wield the Cure-All and the Unsubtle Mockery? That's pretty good. 8 creatures. I'm kind of inclined just to take the removal spell. I feel like when you have double arc, you just want a bunch of removal. So you can just kill other creatures and grind them out. Plus, if I do play the loot, then the extra instant is nice. And then I'll take Artistic Process here. Okay, so kind of a grindy lore hold deck right now. Alright, I mean, there's Fire Dancer, which should be fine, but I'm just going to take the Divergent Equation. This card is pretty... I don't know if I want a second one. I don't think I'm going to splash Run Behind, though. Aha, Antiquities on the Loose. Nice. This card is incredibly good. 3 mana, make 2/2/2 spirits, and then 6 mana, flash it back. But when you flash it back, you additionally put a +1/+1 counter on all your spirits. So it's like, when you flash it back, it makes 2 3/3s and then buffs all your other 2/2s, including the ones from when you cast it the first time. There's also a Colossus, which is very good, but I think Antiquities is better. A lot of good cards here. I'd love to wheel like Elite Interceptor or Spirit Mascot. I think that's reasonable. Also Essence Scatter, Heated Argument, pretty solid, but yeah, we're gonna take Antiquities. Alright, I think I like a Molten Note now. It's a nice removal spell that's got flashback. So basically, I can spend, even if X is 0, it does 2 damage, and I spend 3 mana, I do 3 damage, 4 mana, 4 damage, and then I can flash it back for 8 mana, 8 damage. Flashback spells good with the double arcs. Again, more removal, good with the arcs. Just drawing the game out. Yep, I'll take the Molten Note. Alright, so this is interesting. We got Rapturous Moment and Spectacle Summit, if I want to keep the Jeskai Dream alive. Choreographed Sparks, which I don't love. To copy an instant or sorcery, I control or copy a creature. And then there's Flashback, which, I mean, it's good with removal. Though a lot of my removal does already have Flashback. Yeah, I feel like I don't have enough Yeah, this is actually really close. Oh, there's also Elite Interceptor. Yeah, I think I'm just going to give up on the Jeskai. I feel like just going straight Lorehold is better. And I don't know. I think with the... I think I like Elite Interceptor a little more than Flashback. It's just more consistent. Could be wrong, though. All right, so we have Blood Archaic. So if I cast it with 2 colors of mana, it'll be a 4/4. I cast it for like red, red, white, white. When I cast instant or sorcery, creatures I control get +1/+0 for each color of mana spent to cast that spell. It's interesting. It's that, Ajani's Response, or Wilt in the Heat. I think I'm going to try out the Archaic. I kind of want to see how good it is. Okay. Now there's a Group Project and a Strife Knight, but I'm just going to take the Group Project. This card's really good with Antiquities. Also go with the double Arc because it's got Flashback. You have the insane curve of turn 1 Interceptor, turn 2 Group Project, turn 3 Antiquities, and then Flashback Group Project. So yeah, I'm going to take it over Strife Knight. Graduation Day, Stone Docent. All right. Rubble Arouser, I think, is a nice one. It's a repeated way to remove cards from your graveyard. You can do it every turn, so keep triggering the Arc. It also pings them. I think I like it more than a second Stone Docent or the first Spirit Mascot. I'll probably wheel the Spirit Mascot from that first pack. All right, so Dual Tactics or Terramorphic Expanse. If I want to splash an island for like a Loot or a Divergent Equation or a Stress Stream. I'm going to take the Expanse, I think, because I know I'm going to play it. It's going to be good. Dual Tactics, I'm not as sure about. All right, Spirit Mascot. There's probably going to be one in the next pack too, but I think I like the Mascot more than the Lore Caster. Yep. Wield the Colossus. I did not think that one was going to come back. So Lorehold was just completely open. We are going to take the Colossus. Card is bananas. I'm just going to cut the blue cards, I think. All right, I don't really love any of these. Sure. In case I need a 2-drop for some reason. Requisition Raid. I'll take the Summit just in case I do want to splash for like Stress Stream or something. Although I guess the Requisition Raid would be better as a sideboard card. Wow, Giant's Response and Wilt in the Heat. I think maybe Wilt is better. It's pretty close. All right, Visionary's Dance, sure. And last pick, Stone Docent. So yeah, Lorehold was totally open. Definitely don't need to splash. So let's see. Right now I have 4 instants, 7 sorceries. Just trying to decide if the Loot would be worth it. Like, what would I want to splash? Loot, maybe Stress Stream, Divergent Equation, just as a way to get all my removal back in the late game. I mean, that's not bad. What don't I like right now? Caesar Spoils could get cut. Micah could. Dust Speaker is very cuttable. Blood Archaic. So let's see, if I don't splash, then I'm casting this probably for red, red, and then 2 generic. So it's going to be a 4-drop. Or it could be potentially 3-drop for red, red, red. So it's either going to be a 3/3 or a 4/4. Trample Reach. And it's going to buff my whole team, +1/+0. For instants and sorceries, how many gold ones do I have? I have Wilt in the Heat, Molten Note. And then Suspend Aggression. So of my 11 instants and sorceries, 3 of them are multicolor. So three of my spells will give my team +2/+0. And 8 of them will give my team +1/+0. I think it's solid. Just like a 4-mana 4/4 trample reach with that ability, I think is okay. Definitely not amazing. How good is primary research? Get back a permanent. So I can get back Strife Knight, Rebel Rouser, Sky Coach, Docent, Interceptor. Hardened Academic's a nice one to get back. Okay, I think it's pretty reasonable to include it. I think I'm going to cut a Seize the Spoils. I'm tempted to cut Micah, although, let me just think. I still have, for artifacts, I have 3, right? 4 artifacts. Sky Coach, 2 Arcs, oh, and Colossus. Probably don't want to sack Colossus or an Arc, but I could if I need to. Seize does give me more fodder to sacrifice. How many ways do I have to make things leave my graveyard? I have the 2 Stone Docents, Molten Note, Tome Blast, Group Project, Antiquities, Rebel Rouser, Sloth, Arcs, primary research. That's like 11 ways. That's a lot. I don't think I really need the Dust Speaker. I think I can cut that. Currently at 11 creatures. Although really, Group Project and Antiquities are creatures, so I'm at 13. Mecha is pretty gross with Flashback Antiquities. You basically make 4 4/4s. That is pretty solid. Although, what else? Even when I cut both of these, I have to cut another one. Alright, I could cut an Artistic Process. I could cut a Stone Docent. I think I want to keep Primary Research. I wonder if it's worth playing like an Island for the Magma Blood Archaic. Like Island and Spectacle Summit. I could fetch the Island with the Expanse. I could fetch it with a Sky Coach. So then this thing turns into a 4-mana 5/5 Trample Reach, which is even better. I guess Seize also is another way of getting an off-color mana for the Archaic. I mean, right now with the Fields of Strife and the Expanse, I have 9 white sources, 9 red sources, which is pretty good. So I could cut the Spectacle and just play an Island. I feel like it's better to play an Island just because I can fetch it with Expanse and Sky Coach more consistently, get an extra color for the Archaic. I'm kind of leaning towards cutting Seize the Spoils. Micah's also good with Artistic Process. You copy the 2 damage to each creature I don't control. It's 4 to each creature I don't control. Wipe their board. I could cut like a Stone Docent and like a Seize the Spoils. I don't even know what the last cut would be. I could cut Elite Interceptor. Oh, it is good with the curve. I could cut 1 Artistic Process also. Or I could just cut the Archaic and not even splash, just make my mana better. But I feel like a 4-mana 4/4 Trample Reach, this ability is pretty solid. Let's cut Seize the Spoils, and let's cut 1 Stone Docent. Now I'm currently at 12 creatures. I could cut Primary Research as well. I already have Double Arc, which does a similar thing. Like, what am I reanimating? I don't have a lot of good things to reanimate. And I already have the Arcs generating card advantage, so I don't really need the research. So like, what if I cut the Primary Research and just keep everything else? I feel like Artistic Process is going to win me more games than Primary Research. Four artifacts. Okay. Let's go with that, I think. And do I play the island? I think so. I guess it doesn't, I could play any color mana. It doesn't really matter. There's also the stress stream. I could splash that, but I really don't think I need to. All right, let's go with this. All right, here we go. Yep, keep it. The island is gonna work out for the archaic here. Okay, perfect. Just pass. I can get a plains. I can antiquities turn 3 or strife knight. Probably rather antiquities, but we'll see what he does. Yeah, we're gonna antiquities, just so if he has... Like if I play a strife knight, you can tap it down and then get in. And at least with antiquities, I can definitely kill the acolyte. So I get a mountain. I can play this thing as a 5/5 trample reach. If I don't, I can play Strife Knight, start rummaging. This is looking like Artistic Process could be good in this matchup. 2 to each of his creatures. Alright, so there's a +1/+0 indestructible. There's also a +2/+2 in first strike, which would punish me for double blocking. I'll just block with 1. If he wants to use a trick, that's fine. I'll trade 1 spirit for 1 trick. Okay. Nice. Okay. I might just play Strife Knight, hit him for 5. Ooh, nice. So now I could play a 5/5 trample. I think I'll just do that. Well, hold on. Let's attack first. I assume my Archaic is going to die, but if it doesn't, pretty good to drop here. Fair enough. I can play Strife Knight, clock for 5. Ooh, or I could get that going. Kind of like getting that going. Because if I hit a land here, it's super nice. Right, I did not hit a land. Yeah, getting closer to Antiquities is nice. Alright, Dromedary. That's fine. Wilton Heat will exile that. There we go. Land is nice. So I can Wilton Heat the Dromedary and play the Strife Knight. Exile that. They have the indestructible trick. Erode. Their own creature? Okay. Yeah, I guess they can bring it back later. Doesn't get exiled. It's reasonable. But I can grind through the Dromedary pretty easily, I think. Oh, don't. That's not what I wanted. Strife Knight. Attack for 5. If I hit a land next turn, I can flash back Antiquities, which is going to pump my Strife Knight as well. It's a spirit. Sure. Okay. Oh. Alright. I can try and find land 6 here. Which one do I want to pitch? Maybe the Docent? Land. Yes. Very nice. I'll take 3 more. Just pass. This thing doesn't have trample. What a pushed card. Look at this thing. Like a siege rhino that draws a card when it dies. Even better than drawing a card. Alright. Dromedary's back. If I get a land, I can repel Calamity the Dromedary and do 2 damage to all their creatures, although they can then make 2 chump blockers with that. Alright, let's arc first. Home Blast. So I could... Tome Blast the Eternal Student. Unsubtle Mockery the Dromedary. Yeah, okay, let's just get max value here. Let's Tome Blast this. They can exile and make 2 flyers, but I'm fine with this. And then Calamity the Dromedary. Just get a big attack in. Yeah, okay, they're done. Alright. Playing against Silver Quill. Erode, Wander Off. So yeah, the artistic processes look good against them. Kill a lot of their creatures. Don't think I need to splash blue for a Divergent Equation. This isn't going to be a super long grindy matchup. They're going to try and beat me down. Don't need primary research. I could bring in the Stone Docent just as a creature that you can trade early and then gain life later. Seems pretty reasonable. What would I want to cut for it? I don't know. I mean, all these cards are so good. I could cut like a more expensive creature, like a Micah. Yeah, I think I'll just cut a Micah for a Stone Docent. Just make the curve a little bit cheaper here. I think I'm happy with that. Hand's a little bit slow, but I do have the Molten Note, which can do 2 damage. So, fine to keep. Alright. So I could either Molten Note that, or I could Archaic on turn 3. It'll be a 3/3. I think I'd rather Molten Note it. I can play this as a 4-drop. That's a 4/4. Alright, another Mascot. Ooh. So now I can play it as a 5/5 again. It's pretty good. Yep. Alright, there's a Dromedary. Ooh, Arc of Hunger. So I should assume they're going to kill the next creature I play. I could play the Archaic, because if they don't have removal, they can't get through it. Okay, I'm going to go for that. I think I'd rather have the Sloth live as well. Alright, let's see if they have a Wander Off or something. Oh, they're not killing it. Alright, so they're buffing the camel. So it can get through. I think has reached. If they attack with the mascot, I can eat it. They might still have removal. Yeah, they did. Alright. Let's get planes, I think. Alright, so we're taking 7 now. I can get the relic. I need to get the relic slot in play before I process the camel. Okay, so I could play the sloth and the docent. That's pretty reasonable. It's unfortunate. Oh, I can't exile the Killian's Confidence. Perfect. So let's do that. Alright, Killian's Confidence is gone. Hopefully the sloth lives and they like tap out so I can artistic process the dromedary and then exile it with the sloth. Once I deal with the camel, I can use artistic process to wipe away all the X2s. Oh geez. Alright, well they are probably going to tap out. Because I probably want to flash it back here. Actually, I might have to block with the sloth. Man, that's a crazy good card. I have to block with the sloth now. These both have double strike. And this has flying. Yep. Have to. Alright, I guess we're gonna lose. I don't even gain life because of the first strike. Damn. So I have 7 mana. Although I can gain 2 life. So I could like do 4 damage to something. Then stone docent. Probably need to kill the flyer. Or maybe the camel does the most damage. I have to kill the camel. Because this will put me to 9. Not a good spot when you're using your removal on the camel. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. What am I looking for? I guess like a repel calamity. I'm looking for cheap removal. Maybe they don't have land 6. They can't immediately replay the dromedary. But that means they have 2 spells, so they're probably playing something. Yeah. Alright, we're just dead to that. Wow. Alright. This card is practiced offense. What a beating. Okay. So I definitely want to kill all of their creatures if I can. That makes the offense worse. I don't think I want to splash. Like I could splash for Stress Stream to have more removal, but I got plenty of removal. I don't think I need to do that. Yeah, I think I just run it back and hope that me being on the play means I'm a little more, I don't know, I have a better tempo game against that practice defense. Like if I didn't have to chump block my whole board there, then keeping the sloth would have been really good. Because I could have killed a creature, attacked, gained back 4 life, exiled the camel. So you have Erode and Wander Off for removal. Play first. Yeah, I'll keep it. Our own Interceptor. Let's just tap theirs. Ooh, Antiquities? Nice. I want to attack. I'm probably just going to tap down my thing next turn anyways. I think I'm going to attack. Alright, they didn't. It's okay though. I could play Rubble Rouser, I could play Antiquities. I feel like I like the Antiquities. It just adds a bunch of power toughness to the board. I'm not going to attack because I'd rather trade my Interceptor for the Stone Docent. Next turn I could play the Strife Knight, attack with all. Or I could play the Sloth. Are they attacking me? Do I want to make this trade? Can counter attack for 7? I'm going to take this. Go on the beat down here. Like, what if I just counterattack with the Strife Knight? Let's do that. Leave back the 1-2 to trade with the Docent. They take 7. If they use removal, that's good for me because then I have the Sloth to follow it up. Okay. So they probably do want to trade that off. I could just wait. Just run out the Sloth here. Awkward is it's the beginning of combat, so I can't exile the student afterward. I do need to be wary of the practiced offense though. So that it's kind of I'm kind of incentivized to trade off a little bit. All right, I think what I'm going to do is attack with 1. I'll trade off 1 of these. Yeah, that's fine. Just so he doesn't have a huge board for the practice defense. And then I'm going to play the Relic Sloth. The reason I didn't attack with both 2/2s is I was worried that then he could practice defense and have a good counterattack. And I wouldn't have, like, I don't want to chump block with the Sloth or the Strife Knight. Alright, Sloth down. It's okay though. I think we're doing just fine here. Do I rummage away the land? I do really want land 6 for Colossus and Antiquities. I don't think I mean, I could pitch the Rubble Rouser. I don't think I'm going to rummage. I think I like all these. Alright, I'll rummage away the Fields of Strife. So do I want to Antiquities now? They trade off for the Strife Knight. Maybe I Colossus first. I feel like it's better to Antiquities. Just to get a huge board here. Although I'm not gonna... Well... I actually think I am fine trading one off. I'm not gonna hold on to the Strife Knight though. I'll trade this for the Eternal Student. Alright, he just gives up. Nice. Alright, round 2. Yeah, this hand's solid. Probably leading with the Academic just because it's got haste. Even though I would rather it lives. Yeah. Discard a card to give it lifelink. I think it's Witherbloom. It's gonna die immediately. Feed the Swarm or Bitter Triumph. No, it's alive. Okay. Ooh, I would have liked to land there. Could play the Mascot or the Docent. I kind of want to trade off the Docent so I can then start surveilling. I think I'm going to play the Docent first. Let's attack. Pretty bad against pests, though. Yeah, it could have been a reason to, I guess, discard it to the academic and then surveil. Alright, well, did play pest. Played a creature I'm happy trading my stone docent with. Alright. I think I'm going to attack with both. I'll trade the docent for the newt. Sure. Love this trade. Does he have a pump spell? Rail treatment. Against hexproof. +1/+1 and ward 1. Alright. So I lose my docent. Just play the mascot now. Get that out before I exile the docent so I can grow it. I do need a third land so I can repel Calamity, the pest mascot. Yeah, no blocks. Alright, there we go. So I could kill it now with Repel Calamity. This feels like a wander off or something. Could just play the Strife Knight as well. Strife Knight's good because it lets me continue hitting land drops. I think I do want to play that. Will I offer the mascot trade with a newt? Probably. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Alright, Strife Knight. Pass. Probably pitch the artistic process, I would guess. They have Wander off. Oh, with the Bloom Charm. Interesting. Alright. Sure. Attacking me. I want to race. Okay. That's fine. Just pitch artistic process, I think. Alright, got a land. I'm going to play the Sloth. I could also play the Arc, get that going. Although if they have Grapple with Death, I'd rather they hit the Sloth first, I think. I think I still want to play the Sloth. Let's attack first and see what happens. Actually, no, the Sloth exiles a card. I should play the Sloth first. Let's exile the newt. Attack. Okay. Nice. I can repel Calamity, the big one. Okay. I could also... Yeah, this is interesting. Kind of want to Strife Knight away the Interceptor. Could also just play Micah, get another big creature on the board. Or play the Arc. Although if he has like Grapple with Death on this, I take a ton of damage. Yeah, if he has Grapple, I would take 7, be attacking for 11, and then he could drain for an additional 2. I might have to like chump block. Maybe it's just safer to repel Calamity on the 6/6. Kind of, it's not mana efficient, But I think I want to repel Calamity. I think one of the ways I lose this game is getting hit by the massive pest. Do I let him untap? There are cards like Royal Treatment. There's an Indestructible Trick. I think I'm still gonna wait. Let's see. If I play Micah and he has Grapple, I can still double block that pest. But then I'm taking a hit from this. I'm just gonna pass. I want to repel Calamity, the 6/6, before things get out of hand here. I don't want to take a big hit from that. All right. So let's Strife Knight the Interceptor. Actually, let's just see. Yeah, let's Strife Knight the Interceptor. And repel. Yeah, I mean, I could repel the 3/4 because it's got Ward 1, because Artistic Process can't hit it. But I think I'd rather hit the 6/6 just to be safe. You can have a way to gain life at instant speed and pump it. Save it from Artistic Process. Let's just kill this. Okay. I kind of want to get the arc going now. I could also just trade off my Sloth. No, I like getting the arc going, then I can start draining him with the Sloth. Oh, it's from my graveyard. Oops, that was a mistake. Let's see if I can get a land here. Alright, I didn't. Yeah. I missed a drain there, that was bad. I forgot, it's not any graveyard, it's just your graveyard. I do think I like these cards. I like the Artifact to sack to Micah. I like the Process. I'm just going to keep them all. Second Arc. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Smell a second one. Full note. Alright. This time I won't make the mistake. My graveyard. We can hit Repel Calamity. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good now. Let's just sit back. Could probably burn him out next turn with the 2 arcs. Mind Roots, okay. Oh, don't even want to see what I'm discarding? Alright. Apply Geometry. Applied Geometry is a nice one. Witherbloom Charm. Okay, sort of generic Witherbloom. I don't feel that I need the second Stone Docent against this. And I don't need the Divergent Equation. This isn't going to be... Your deck still looks somewhat aggressive. I can't just sturtle around with Divergent Equation. I need things which affect the board. If I brought in a blue card, it would be Stress Dream. But I don't think I want the Stress Dream or the Stone Docent. I think I like everything in here. They're definitely going to be bringing in artifact removal. If they have any. Okay, this hand's fine. A little slow. Wouldn't mind a 2-drop, but we'll keep it. Get our planes here. Sky Coach can get the island later. Arc is nice. Probably just lead with Rubble Rouser next turn, just so it can ramp me. Yep, take a hit. I'm gonna pitch the mountain, get greedy. I have the Sky Coach to get another land, so... Alright. That worked out. I'm gonna kill this. Search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand or graveyard, then shuffle. Essence in its Scholar. Okay, that's a good card. Artistic Process looking good here. 2 damage to all their creatures. I can just do it now. Kind of want to do that. Yeah, I think I will. They do have Royal Treatment, which could save the Newt. I could get the... I could have actually played the Arc first and then milled it. If I got a land, I could have played it. Let's just do 2 to all their creatures, I think. I don't want them having a pest when they play the thing that grows when you gain life. I feel like they do have Royal Treatment. They're trying to think about whether to save the Newt. Can't save the Scholar. Alright, they saved the Newt. That's fine. I still got a 2-for-1 out of that. Definitely want to get the Arc going. Alright, so let's go. Micah's gonna eat it, and I mean, maybe just the Sky. Yeah, Sky Coach can go. I think all the other cards are just way more powerful. We'll get the Arc going here. Alright, I'll just play it first. Mill. Building a land would be nice. Okay. Well, I guess let's do this and exile land, just so I get the extra ping from them. I can still play the card that I mill. Alright. We can play the Colossus next turn. Although it trades pretty cleanly for the Newt. Alright. I could play this first. Just bait out removal and then play the Colossus, or trade this for the Newt and then play the Colossus. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Sloth, I think. I'm going to hold the land, just in case. I have like a Send in the Pests. Let's get rid of the Essence Knit Scholar. I still have Repel Calamity up. And then play damage. Oh, Mascot's good. Alright, so let's go. I'm going to trade the Sloth for the Newt. And then play the Colossus. Actually, maybe I don't even want to trade it. Now they have the Spirit Mascot. Keeping the Sloth in place is kind of nice, actually, to start growing it. I do want to start attacking with the Colossus. I still have the Rubble Rouser to keep triggering. Yeah, no, I think it's fine to trade it off. I have ways to exile things from my graveyard. Sure. Let's kill the Newt. And then... I'm still tempted to hold an island so I can pitch it if the Colossus dies. I think I am going to do that. Just exile this. Like Colossus. All right. They left it on top. Removal spell. Oh, exile removal spell. Don't love that. Okay, okay. Well, now we're on the spirit mascot plan. Does that with a Bloom Charm, though. Jelonian Tackle. Target creature control gets +0, +10. Then it fights up to one target creature an opponent controls. Oh, that's not going to work out. They can gain life. Oh, they realized it. Alright. Or not gain life, but I could exile a card with a Rebel Rouser and pump the mascot, and then their spell wouldn't do anything. Alright, final round here. Yeah, no white mana, but pretty reasonable. I got 2 solid removal spells. Rebel Rouser's pretty solid. I can loot one of these mountains away, potentially. Although, I guess not if I played all 3 to cast the Rebel Rouser. Ideally, I just draw planes, so I can go 2-drop, 3-drop, rummage away a mountain. Rebel Rouser's pretty good in lore hold. I'm liking it so far. Island. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll still play it. That card's annoying. Playing its Witherbloom again. Alright. Get rid of a mountain. Alright, well that'll get my planes. This card's good. 1/1 menace when it attacks the gain a life, and then it's got the reassembling skeleton ability. And we got a newt too. Okay. I think I just Tome Blast the newt just to slow him down. And then attack them for 1. Play the Expanse. I could have held it up and then played a mountain to like Unsettle Mockery, something on their end step, but I would rather get the planes going. Alright. Sure, I don't really care too much about that. They have something here. They have Bitter Triumph. Felt like they had removal there. Alright, so I could play this into a 2-drop. Question is, do I want to play the mascot or the group project? If I play the mascot, I can grow it this turn. It's tempting to play the group project this turn and then next turn play the mascot, immediately flashback the group project, where if I play the mascot now and they kill it and then a group project, I won't have a 3rd creature to flash it back. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's go Sky Coach. Get a planes. Like group project. Pass. Now I can block the Teacher's Pest if I want. Next turn, play mascot, flashback group project, grow the mascot immediately. crew the Sky Coach. Do I exile a card to ping him? Probably, yeah. Actually, I only have 2 cards that I can exile that don't have flashback. Maybe I don't. Maybe I save it, actually. For when the mascot's in play. Forest and Leech Collector go to the bin. Okay, so whatever we got was at least better than a Leech Collector. Molten Note. Okay, so let's go like we talked about. Spirit Mascot. Yeah. Flashback group project. Do I want a crew? Hit him for 3. Well, I can't block the pest anyways. Yeah. I think I'm fine with this. Do I play the land? What if he has Mind Roots? They do have some cards that I do want to like. It costs mana to flashback. I'm going to play the land, I think. If he has Mind Roots, I still get to Unsubtle Mockery, the healer. Yeah, I'll take... Oh, did I attack him with the healer? I guess he wants to block the 2/2s. Sure. Oh, that's annoying. I guess I can kill with Molten Note. Oh, no. It's a trigger. Unsubtle Mockery it. That's nice. Bin that. Ooh. So I could spend aggression, get a huge attack here. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I guess it's worth growing the mascot. And this gets an extra point by crewing. Alright, so next turn he's got to replay this or it's gone. It's not even a very good card to replay. Alright. Paying 3 life. Going down to 4. That's a bit risky. I got Tome Blast in the graveyard. So you can go up to 5. I can Tome Blast him down to 3. He's got to deal with my Sky Coach. I have just a lot of threats here. Okay. So he's dead. The Tome Blast and my Sky Coach. Or even just Sky Coach and the Rubble Rouser. I don't need to show him anything else. Alright. So Witherbloom again. Nothing really scary here that I've seen yet. I mean, the cards are all good. That's just the nature of Modern Limited, but nothing really scary. They're in the 2-0 bracket, so they probably have something good. Again, I don't think I need the second Stone Docent. Your deck looks maybe slightly grindier than the last person, but I mean, they still could beat me down. I don't think I need to splash this blue for Stress Stream again. I think my deck's running just fine as it is. Yeah, I'm going to run it back. Alright, this is a mulligan, unfortunately. I kept. This ends fine, though. What do I put back? I think I might just put back the mica. I feel like I'd rather have the third land. My deck has a lot of, and it's got 2 arcs, and I want 4 lands for those. Okay. There's a newt. Ooh, there's an arc. Okay, I'm glad I kept the third land. Let's just play a stone docent. Whew, that's getting repelled right out of here. That card is super dangerous. 4 for Death Touch, and then they can pay 5 mill 7 cards, then put a creature from among them on the battlefield. No thank you. And I will offer this trade. I don't think they'll take it. Well, it depends if they have things they want to ramp to. Okay, that's fine. I like slowing him down. Try and take over with the arc here. Okay, don't care about that. So I could play this as a 4/4 trample. Or I could just get the arc going. If they have a grapple with death, I'd rather them hit this. I know they have Bitter Triumph in their deck though, and this is a great turn for them to cast it. I'm going to play the arc. And there's no point milling, because there's nothing I can play for 0. But I'll mill on their turn. Get a flashback spell. Alright, nice. It's gonna live. Love that. Alright. So I could just kill the 4/4 with like artistic process. Kind of like that. Or I could suspend aggression. I'd rather suspend aggression the turn I play Antiquities. Let's just kill it. I'm happy to play removal every turn when I got Arc going. Okay, mill. Oh, we're doing it. And I get to Stone Docent, drain him for 2. Actually, let's activate this one first. All right. Oh, you know what? I should have Docented first, so I could have put a land on top. That was a mistake. But I can still set that up for next turn. Spirit Mascot. That's also kind of good. Sure. I'll draw that. Let's go with the 2 arcs. It's a cheap creature, which is going to grow fast. All right, so I will arc the mascot. Well, let's see what he does. I can arc on my upkeep. Oh, that's your play. Okay. Yeah, I like getting the mascot going when I got the 2 arcs in play. Oh, beautiful. So let's go. Oh, go to main. Play mascot. I could play the Archaic as a 4/4. Beats down the hardest. Or I could play Antiquities and the next turn play Archaic and this to give my team +2/+0. All right, let's just play Antiquities, I think. Feel like we're crushing here. Got 2 arcs in play and antiquities. I can flash it back. I can play this and then suspend aggression to give my team +2/+0. Yeah. It's a slaughter. Okay. Arc of Hunger. That is a good card. That's a clean 3-0. Did lose 1 game to practice offense. Also a pretty good card. But yeah, I mean, I really like Arc of Hunger. I like the loot too, but I feel like if I have to choose between the Arc and the loot, I choose the Arc. This requires less restrictions on deck building, right? Loot, you need to go a lot of instants and sorceries. This is just literally good in any red-white deck. And the life gain is super relevant. Like when you have a card draw engine, just getting that incremental life gain back is nice because it lets you stay alive and grind them out. So yeah, strong deck. So far, Loreholt's been feeling pretty good for me, I have to say. But to be fair, all my Lorehold decks have had both Antiquities and Arc of Hunger in it, so small sample size, not the best data. Those are pretty busted cards, but that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next draft.